The weird thing about bunker shots is you don't even hit the golf ball. Now we've all heard that before. Guys, make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to revolutionise your bunker play, because numerous people this year so far have said my bunker play is lit. I don't know what that means, but I think it's good, so bear with me. The big thing that we want to do with bunkers, especially ones like this with a huge lip on, that a lot of golfers might actually really struggle with. What we see so often here is golfers who get a little bit kind of anxious, just want to get the golf ball out and really jab at it there. Often the ball doesn't even reach the lip like that one. And we look at the ground interaction here, look at the interaction of the sand and how deep that is. That's really worrying, and if you use any kind of wedge, it's going to feature a couple of options on it. It's going to have a bounce option, it's going to have a leading edge option, and it's also going to have a loft option. So here we have a Skyforger 56-degree wedge. This features 12 degrees of bounce, so plenty of bounce to help you get through this sand. Even wet sand like today, you want to make sure you've got enough bounce. I see a lot of golfers actually who opt for low bounce because that's what tour players do. The difference is tour players are really, really good out of bunkers, and a lot of people I see aren't really good out of bunkers, but they feel like it's the low bounce that's the cheating club. It's not, they're just really good. You want to be using plenty of bounce, I promise you. The key with the bounce is to get it moving through the sand with speed. So if I have a square club face here, there's only so much speed I can get this ball moving out at. So I've played actually a really good shot there to that flag, but I had no control over that whatsoever because the leading edge was really, really squared up. You can see again we've had not quite as deep, but a bit more of a shallow interaction with the sand. Still not idyllic. What I want to happen here is a nice open club face. That's going to allow the bounce to interact more with the sand. So as soon as I start hitting the sand with the bounce here, you can hear a much different sound. A much different sound to what we're getting when we're hitting it with the leading edge. Interestingly, there's a lot less sand left on the wedge as well. Think about it that way. We don't want the sand left on the wedge. So I now open this face up. All I'm going to try and do is play probably a more difficult shot than the one I've played to the back flag. I'm going to try and just get this ball out. And it's actually a quite weird scenario because essentially, you can see here I'm not hitting the ball at all. I'm actually loading up to the top of the backswing. I'm opening that loft up even more, and from here as I rotate down into impact, usually what we'd be telling you here with wedges, with irons, not so much with driver, but I'd be wanting to get forward shaft lean, deal off that club, get your weight on your left side, and from there compress the ball gorgeously up into the air. Now what you don't need to happen is any of that. Essentially the only thing I want you to do similar to that is keep your weight on your left foot. So if I can keep my weight on my left side or my lead side, open the club face up and play really nice consistent shots. You'll note how there, once I've hit the ball, I still remain nice and kind of straight here. I don't move forwards into an impact. I've already preset my weight on the left side. I'm not loading up into the top of a backswing at all. And that's, I guess, what's really weird about these bunker shots. I'm not loading up at all. I'm picking the club up, my weight stays left, and from there I can play the most consistent shots time after time after time. Consistency out of bunkers is key to you playing good golf. We all go in bunkers time after time after time. It's really important you know how to evade them. That's the wrong word, isn't it? How to get out of them. Look how consistent those three shots are as well. All I'm doing is keeping my weight left, opening the face up and releasing that club nicely. Guys, it's a really weird method, but it's a really, really interesting way of getting out of a bunker every single time. As soon as you can do that, you can start playing around with your swing lengths, playing around with how much loft you're using, and playing around with your distances, and I guarantee you will get good out of bunkers.